So yeah, I'm back. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, well, he didn't actually leave, he did make some wildcards and all that, but no, I'm actually talking about the channel as a whole. Now, I have a lot of things I want to address in this video, so I don't know if it's going to be a short or long one, but I hope you guys stay till the end. But before I address those things, there's one question. Why am I making this video? Well, it's because I saw this video. For those of you who don't know what that video is, it's basically a video of Sin and Shazam where they explain why they were splitting up. And I saw that video and I was like, damn, these guys are splitting up. And they had the decency to make a video and explain to their subscribers, to their fans on why they are splitting up. Meanwhile, you have me on the other hand. I just stopped making reaction videos for quite some time now. This channel has went from active to like so not active at all. And I didn't even have the decency to tell you guys why. First off, why did I start making reaction videos? Well, it was during the time when the GBB 2021 videos were coming on. You guys know, I reacted to the solo eliminations, the solo battles. Then the tag team videos came out and I was in my room in Malaysia and I was like, okay, let's go react to the tag team eliminations. And I sat there in my chair in the room that you guys all know. And for some reason, the energy that I used to have for reaction videos just wasn't there anymore. I don't know why. I still don't know why till this day, but a switch in me just flipped just like that. And I just didn't feel like doing reaction videos anymore. At first, I thought, okay, maybe I was having a bad day. Let's try again tomorrow. And I did that. I took a break for a day. I tried doing reaction videos the next day and I still did not feel like doing it. I tried doing it for about 1 or 2 weeks and I just couldn't do it. And it came to a point where I was like, you know what? I think I need a break. I need a break. Because this is just not working. I don't want to do reaction videos, especially when I am not feeling like it. I don't know why this happened. Like I said, a switch just flipped. I don't know the reason why till this day. Yeah, I just stopped doing reaction videos because I didn't want to force myself to do something that I did not feel like doing. So that's why I stopped making reaction videos, but they are coming back with a slight difference. Now, I used to have a lot of fun recording reaction videos. You know, I remember being in my room, sitting in front of my table. I'll put my phone in the corner of the table, ready to react to some videos. And I would be like, yo, I hope my subscribers like the video. You know, that energy, like I said, is not there anymore. But that same amount of energy that I used to have whenever I recorded reaction videos, I now have it for something else. And that is recording tracks and wildcards. In the past 3 or 4 months, I've recorded like what, 3-4 tracks, you know, for GBB, for Florida Beatbox Battle. And I remember every time the wildcard was going to premiere, I would get excited just like how I did back in the day when I would get excited whenever a reaction video was going to premiere. I would get really excited. That's my new source of joy now. You know, I've always loved making tracks, you know, but now I feel it's my number one thing. You know, back then, when you guys first saw me a few years ago, the number one thing on this channel was reaction videos. But now for me, the number one thing on this channel is putting my music out there, putting my tracks. Whether if it's just for a wildcard or maybe I just want to release a track because I have some new stuff that I really want to show you guys. And it's just, it could be used for wildcards or maybe I just want to release a track. I don't know, but that's going to be the main focus of this channel now, my music. And I hope you guys enjoy my upcoming music because I have some new stuff. You know, I'm excited. You know, the fire that I used to have back in 2019, 2020, when I used to have so much of fun making routines. I have it again now. I was going through some existential crisis with me and how I feel about beatboxing. You know, I was in a dump, but now I'm back. You know, I'm having new beatboxing ideas every day, and I just want to share that with you guys. And that's going to be the main focus of the channel. I'll be making tracks and putting it out there. Now, will I be doing reaction videos again? Honestly speaking, I told myself no, but then I thought about it and I was like, it's not fair if I don't do reaction videos anymore. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, the energy, the fun, the enjoyment that I used to have making reaction videos, I don't have it anymore. But I feel like I should still continue doing it because of all of you. You guys have supported me even before I was a well-known beatboxer. When I was a nobody, all of you watched my videos. You guys made me feel good. And because of all of your support, I managed to become confident enough to put my music out there. I wouldn't have been able to put out all of my beatboxing stuff if I wasn't getting all of your support. You guys made me feel more and more confident every day. And to just stop making videos that you guys loved watching, it's a bit unfair. And I'm sorry that it took me so long to realize that. So yes, reactions are coming back, but they won't be the main focus of my channel anymore. I will be making reaction videos. I'll try to do as many as I can. But my main focus will be making as many tracks, but good tracks, obviously, and putting it out there for you guys to enjoy. Because that's the one thing that's keeping me in love with beatboxing right now, is just making tracks and putting it out there. So yeah, reactions are back. Slowly. Okay? Don't pressure me. Just I'm gonna take it slow, okay? I'm gonna take it slow. Now, so earlier I talked about how I was in a dump for like 2 years, and I want to just share a bit of that with you guys so you guys know where I'm at with beatboxing. Long story short, I put a lot of stress on myself to improve as a beatboxer, as a battler, etc. And that has caused me to not do well whenever I perform. When I went to GBB in 2021, I put a lot of stress on myself to perform well, to do well. You're the first Malaysian to be on GBB. You gotta do well. And I didn't do as well as I wanted to. And then I had a moment to redeem myself in this year's Florida Beatbox battle, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do well. I had some people in the beatboxing community who came up to me and they said, Stitch, I noticed in GBB you were stressing yourself out too much, so maybe just relax this time, and thanks to that, I managed to relax, and for the first time in a very long time, I actually had fun in a beatboxing competition. In GBB, I had fun, but when I was on stage, I was very, very stressed. In the Florida Beatbox battle, however, I was more relaxed thanks to the people who talked me out of it. And I was calm, I was relaxed, and I had fun despite my terrible performance. I admit that my performance at the Florida Beatbox battle was terrible. That being said, I was grateful. I am grateful for my terrible performance at the Florida Beatbox battle, because when I saw the videos on Swiss Beatbox, when I heard how bad I performed, it sparked a fire in me that I didn't have in a very long time. You guys don't know this, but back in 2018, 2019, I was a very try-hard battler. I was a pretty scary battler, I would say, and I'm using the word scary because Hazel would say I was a scary battler back in the day. And my terrible performance in the Florida Beatbox battle made me look back and I was like, damn, I used to be a dope battler. I want to be that guy again, because for a few years, I thought that maybe battling isn't for me anymore. Maybe I just want to be that artistic beatboxer, and I thought that was the path for me. But apparently it was not. The Florida Beatbox battle made me realize that as artistic as I might try to be, there's always a part in me that wants to battle. There's always a part of me that's very, very competitive. If you know me well, I'm very competitive. And because of that, I worked really hard to dissect my style, to analyze it. And I went for the Bush battle in Pittsburgh, America recently, and I got second place, and I did very well. I did well and I had fun. That's where I'm at with beatboxing right now. I want to go with that artistic approach with beatboxing. I want to put my tracks on my YouTube channel, on Spotify. Like I said, the main focus of the channel now is to put my tracks out. I want to do that. But at the same time, I want to get back into competitive beatboxing, because battling at Bush made me realize something very important. I used to have fun beatboxing. The past few years, I was putting a lot of stress on myself. Every time I went on stage, I would be so stressed I didn't even have fun. And what's the point of beatboxing if it ain't fun, isn't that right? In fact, yesterday I showed two of my cousins King Inertia's GBB elimination from 2021, and they saw BBK in the crowd and they thought, yo, this BBK guy is really funny. So I showed them a BBK crowd compilation video, right? And I looked at that BBK compilation video and I thought to myself, damn, that used to be me. I used to go to beatbox battles. I used to have fun. Whether I was on stage, whether I was in the crowd, I used to have fun. And I want to get that back. Now, why did I stress myself out so much? Well, it's not just because I was the first Malaysian in GBB or anything like that. I was trying to prove to myself that I could be good. That's one. So it was more of a personal thing. But on another note, I was trying really hard to be a better beatboxer so I could push out more content on YouTube and hopefully make a decent living out of beatboxing, and it's hard. It's not impossible. It's just very, very difficult. And the stress I put on myself to get better at beatboxing so that I could make a decent living out of it really made me deteriorate. And then about 1.5 months ago, I remembered a conversation that I had with a local beatboxer in Malaysia whom I really respect. And the conversation concluded with something along the lines of this. When the thing you love most, when the thing that you're passionate about also becomes the thing that puts food on the table, or in some cases, the only thing that puts food on the table, you might end up hating it. And the thought of that scared me a little because I don't want to hate beatboxing. I love beatboxing, but for the past few years, I was stressing myself out so much whenever I beatbox on stage. I realized I was this close to starting hating beatboxing. And that's why I decided to go for the Bush Battle in Pittsburgh. Napalm invited me initially, but I was kind of iffy on whether I should go or not. But because I remembered that conversation, I was like, you know what, maybe I should go for the battle. Maybe it will help me figure something out. Well, it didn't really help me figure it out. I had a thought of how I want to go forward with beatboxing for quite some time now, but going to Bush Battle helped me confirm and decide to really go at it. So yeah, the current me, the current Stitch that's talking to you right now, so funny to say this, but beatboxing is no longer the number one thing in my life anymore. And it's funny to say that because if you told me a few years ago, yo Stitch, beatboxing ain't gonna be the number one thing in your life anymore, I would have laughed at you because at one point in time it was, beatboxing was my number one thing. I still love it. I'm very passionate about it. Like I said, I want to push out my tracks and all that, but I've decided that I want it to stay a passion forever, If I can't make a decent living with beatboxing, that's fine. I can always get a job. I can always get a job and all that, so it's fine, but I want to continue beatboxing forever and have fun doing it, That's why I'm going with this approach, to not stress myself out anymore. So yeah, that was a long explanation. Forgive me, I suck at summarizing my thoughts. But that was basically my experience when I was down in the dumps for the past 2 years in terms of beatboxing. So yeah, main focus is tracks, my music. I will be doing reaction videos again, but it won't be the main thing anymore. Number 3, I will be doing live streams. As some of you know, I bought a Logitech webcam camera. Who says webcam camera?
I love chai tea. What did you just say? Chai tea? Chai means tea, bro. You're saying tea.
That's so weird. I bought a Logitech camera for streaming, and I will start streaming when we hit 90K. It will be a little difficult for me to do it now because I'm in Canada. I'll be here for a few months and my camera is back in Malaysia. So if we hit 90K while I'm in Canada, I'm gonna see if I can make something work. I'm trying to say I got no promises. My microphone, my camera, it's all back home in Malaysia. But if we hit 90K while I'm still in Canada, I will try to make something work. I will try my best, okay? I also plan on doing some content creator stuff that is beatbox related. I'm working closely with Justin Tan from Beatbox International. In fact, I am going to GBB this year. I'm not qualified, but I'm going to GBB thanks to Justin Tan, who is sponsoring me, and to a lovely beatboxer from Japan. His name is Viva. He will be accommodating me during my stay in Japan. So I will be in Japan. There will be GBB vlogs. I'll be doing some content with Beatbox International and for myself. So check that out. Oh, and one more thing before I forget to talk about it. Now, this is something I feel that's important to talk about as both an artist and a beatbox reactor, or well, previous beatbox reactor who's coming back. I copyright my music, okay? Which means whenever somebody reacts to my music video or wildcard, they get a copyright claim. Sometimes I feel a bit nice, so for some tracks, I just don't give copyright claims, but in general, I copyright my music. So some of you might say, hey Stitch, isn't it a bit hypocritical that you copyright your music and you're doing reaction videos again? And I know some people will say that because they were already saying it back when I was still doing reaction videos, but let me explain. Beatboxers in the beatbox community always say, yo, it would be cool if you can make money out of beatboxing. And copywriting your music is one of the many ways. Now, some of you might say, hey Stitch, you don't need to copyright your music. You can make money in different ways. You could still do more YouTube videos, right? You could do TikTok and many other suggestions, and that's cool. I agree. Hear me out. If I wanted to make money doing TikTok beatbox videos, wouldn't I have already done it? Don't get me wrong. There's a good amount of ways to make money using beatboxing, but naturally each person would have their own preference on which method they would choose. If I wanted to do TikTok beatbox videos and make money out of it, I would have done it. But I don't want to do that. Instead, I'm choosing YouTube and Spotify, Apple Music, etc. And that is why I gotta copyright my own music. Another reason why I have to copyright my own music is for protection. For those of you who don't know, my GBB wildcard from 2021, Feels Like Nothing, is on Spotify. Now, some of you might not know this, but 2 years ago, a DJ, producer, or whatever from Brazil took Feels Like Nothing, my track, and made his own remix on it, and he put it on Spotify. Now, I would be cool about it, But instead, what he did was he copyrighted that track, that remix that he made on Feels Like Nothing. He copyrighted it. So he was making money out of it. And not only that, because he copyrighted it, I got a copyright claim on my wildcard video. Can you imagine? I got a copyright claim on a song that I made. That was the first and main reason on why I choose to copyright my tracks, for safety. I managed to get this guy to take that remix down. So now I copyrighted Feels Like Nothing. So nobody can just use it without my permission. So you can see from my point of view why this is a bit scary and a bit traumatic. I don't know if traumatic is the right word, but you get what I'm trying to say. Someone stole my music and tried to make money out of it. So yes, there are two reasons to why I copyright my music. One, the most important reason is for safety, to protect my music. And number two, just to make a little bit of money, right? Now, like I said, I'm at the point of life where I don't want to make beatboxing a full-time thing. I just want it to be a passion, a hobby, just to have fun. But no harm making a few bucks out of it, okay? Now, some of you might say, Stitch, I get you, but it's still hypocritical for you to copyright your music and then do reaction videos. No, it's not, and I will tell you why. If I do a reaction video to another beatboxer, let's say, I react to his track, and I get a copyright claim on that reaction video because he decided to copyright his track, that is perfectly fine. I'm not mad. In fact, it makes me happy whenever somebody takes a decision to own their music and make some money out of it. That's a good move as an artist. Do it.
Do it.
I will still happily react to your video even if I get a copyright claim. If you don't believe me, look at my Japanese channel. On my Japanese channel, I react to a lot of Japanese artists, not just beatbox artists, Japanese artists like musicians, like pop music, whatever. And I get copyright claims on majority of those videos. And I will still happily do it. I will do it. It's an artist's right to make money out of their music. Whenever I react to Sarukani, I get a copyright claim and I don't complain. I think it's a good thing that they're doing, and I'm happy for them that they have a source of income from that. So no, it doesn't make me a hypocrite. You know why? Because I will still happily react to content that give me copyright claims. It would make me a hypocrite if I copyright my music, gave copyright claims to everybody, and then get mad when I get a copyright claim when I react to somebody. That would be hypocritical, but I'm not mad whenever I get a copyright claim. I'm happy, and I will still react to it. So hopefully you understand my point of view on why I have to copyright my music, why I choose to do it, and why it's not hypocritical for anyone to copyright their music and still react to other people's music. It's just